Sweet, sweet stability. Data from the Austin Board of Realtors shows that Austin's housing market is continuing to normalize. So, is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? Any agent that will give you a generic answer to this question doesn't have your best interest at heart. There are so many factors that go into a decision as huge as buying or selling a home. So let's talk about the data. There are two huge points to consider, and the first is that price growth is slowing. So in an average year, home price growth is around 4 to 5%. Last month's data from Austin Board of Realtors said that in the Austin's 5-county MSA, price growth was 8% with a median price of $515,000. So this is a record price for July, but it's the first time since June of 2020 that price growth has been in the single digits. Something else really important to consider is that inventory continues to rise. Last month's data from the Austin Board of Realtors says in the 5-county MSA there were 2.7 months of inventory, and from what I'm seeing now, that is continuing to rise.
Year over year, the amount of total sales has declined and the amount of listings are pretty consistent, but you have to remember where we're coming from. 2021 was the highest demand that Austin has seen in history. One of the most significant pieces of data is that on average, homes are selling for less than the list price. Last month, the close price to list price was 98.8%, which is a huge change from the 104.1% we saw for the first half of the year. So big takeaways. If you're considering selling, pricing, marketing, strategy, all of that is really crucial. Make sure you're working with somebody who you know is going to get the job done. If you're thinking about entering the buyer pool, yes, you're going to have a higher rate, but you're going to have a lot less competition. If last year you weren't one of those people who was ready to throw a ton of cash towards a transaction, this might be your time to enter the market. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned here or are curious about the real estate market or what that might mean to you, please reach out. I'm happy to help.